What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Um, Getting into this episode of Days, I like this episode. This was a pretty good episode. Stefan, Stephanie, his ass whooped again. I'm just saying. Like seriously, now he want to make threats towards Kate because he's mad because Kate killed his mother. First of all, it was self-defense. Your mother is the one who pulled out a gun on her. And now he want to make threats telling her that if Kate intentionally killed Vivian, then Stefan gonna kill Kate. Ain't nobody worried about Stefan and his little idle threats. Stefan really walks around that town like he the big bad wolf. Kate is not afraid of no Stefan. Please, she done went up against worse people than Stefan Demira. She done went up against way worse people than Stefan Demira. I'm just saying, like way worse people. Like hell, she went up against his father of all people, and lived to tell the tale. So ain't nobody afraid of you, Stefan. If anybody, like, he's the last person to sit there and make threats and put the blame on somebody after what he did to Abigail. Like, come on, like, you basically raped a mentally ill woman. You're the last person who should be talking about getting justice. And first of all, ain't nobody worried about Vivian. He really act like anybody in Salem really cares about Vivian. Everybody wanted her dead in that town or in prison. The cops wanted her in prison. Anybody who didn't work at the Salem PD wanted her dead, including Victor Kiriakis. Like they all wanted her dead. They didn't care about her. Like she was a menace. So he's the last person to sit there and make little idle threats. And what's so fucked up is this was all self defense. But according to Hope, when Kate went to go see Hope, she told Kate that the forensic evidence, Kate's story doesn't match up with the forensic report. So basically, now I think that they're going to try to charge Kate with Vivian's murder because her story didn't add up with the forensics evidence. But it was self defense. Vivian was the one that pulled out the damn gun. Her print should be all over it. She's the one who had the gun. She pulled it out on Kate and threatened to shoot Kate. Kate was defending herself. So even if by some stupid plot she did murder Vivian, who cares? Vivian was the one who pulled the damn gun. It wasn't Kate's gun. But it was self defense, though. I'm just saying, like, I think it's fucked up that Kate would potentially. Are we gonna have to deal with another trial? Like, we just dealt with Gabby trial. Now we have to deal with another damn trial. Oh my goodness, this is so fucked up. If anybody should have got away with murder, it should be Kate. Seeing as how the victim was Vivian. I mean, come on, you would think that they would give her a medal for finally getting rid of Vivian. Even though I feel like Vivian ain't dead. I feel like Vivian and Andre are not dead. Because trust me, the wicked do not stay dead for long. Trust me. They're going to find a way to come back to life. But see, this is what I love though. I feel like, here's the thing. I feel like it's a cliche to constantly kill off characters because I feel like that's so stupid to always, there's other ways to write a character off. But I feel like they wrote at Andre and Vivian off is because those type of characters are not meant to be full time. Because I feel like they are just meant to cause trouble and then leave. Then when things get quiet again, they come back and cause more trouble, then they leave. That's the appeal. That's the fun part. You know what I'm saying? So we're definitely gonna see Andre and Vivian again. That's how I feel. I think it's fucked up that Kate about to go to prison, but like that's jacked up. Um, I respect the fact that Abigail wanted to take full responsibility for killing Andre. I get it, but it was self defense. It was self defense. Her killing Andre was definitely self defense. I respect that she wants to take ownership and responsibility of it. She don't want to, use her illness as an excuse to get off and stuff like that. I can respect that. I can appreciate that. But it was self defense, and I think she should claim self defense. Why would you want to go to prison and be away from Chad and your son again? You know what I'm saying? Like she fought so hard to come back to her life, and now you want to just walk away again? Just do the self defense plea. That's what I would do because it was self defense. Um, It was so fucked up because Chad basically had to try to, he was trying to avoid telling her what Stefan did, but he slipped up, and now Abigail wants to know what did Stefan do to her altar, or what did he do to her. I think eventually he gonna have to tell her, but I feel like it's so big, he doesn't want to tell her because he doesn't want her to slip back into her altars again. Like he's trying to tread lightly, but eventually you're gonna have to tell her. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna have to tell her. As much as you don't want to, you're going to have to. I really hope that Chad, even during the ending of today's show, when he went back to the Demira mansion and he saw Stefan playing the piano and stuff like that, I hope he beats the hell out of him again. I hope so. Just whoop his ass. And you know what? I hope Kate files a lawsuit against Stefan because he fired her from Demira Enterprises. I hope she filed a wrongful termination lawsuit because what grounds is he firing her on? What are the grounds? He had no legit reason to fire her. See, that's the problem with CEOs. They think they could just fire people whenever they want. Stefan should know better than that. Like, you can't just fire Kate. You have to have just cause to fire her. So I hope she files a wrongful termination lawsuit against his ass. Um, but yeah, Chad need to whip his ass. I felt bad for Abigail though. But at least she, she felt horrible for what happened to Gabby because she knows something happened to Gabby in prison. And that's why she went to go visit Gabby. So I'm glad she did go see, Gabby and stuff like that. I do think it's time that they have a conversation. I'm happy that Gabby getting out of prison. I'm happy because she went through hell in that jail. Like in that prison, she went through hell. She got the shit beat out of her. Like she didn't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? But at least she's being a little understanding of Abigail's mental illness, but at the same time she's angry because she went to prison and got the shit beat out of her because of Abigail. So I get that anger. You know what I'm saying? She definitely has a right to be angry, but at the same time I love the fact that she was a bit sympathetic too. Um but I'm glad, Justin was able to, he's filing the papers right now to get her out, thank God. Cause she done been in there long enough. And I'm happy that Justin was able to try and talk some sense into Rafe about the whole giving hope and annulment. Because I feel like it's so stupid for him to sit there and try to force that woman to be in a marriage that she don't want to be in no more. So I'm glad Justin told him like just sign the damn annulment papers because the annulment is gonna go through whether he signed it or not. But it would be, you know, he wanted him to take the higher road, be the bigger person, just sign the damn papers instead of dragging this out in the courtroom, which I think, is the dumbest thing that you can do. Just give her an out. And if you still want to be with her, which he obviously does, then fight for her. Even though I'm not a big fan of Rafe, because I'm not, and I don't want to see him and Hope together, because I think he tries to manipulate Hope a lot, and that's what I don't like. Even when she was commissioner the first time, he undermined her authority. Like he's a jackass. Like seriously, Hope can do way better than Rafe. Way better. 10 times better. So I'm glad that he, Justin taught some sense into him and he signed the annulment papers. I said, good, sign them. Shit, release her from this hell of a marriage, this little fraudulent marriage. Um, I am super happy John and Marlena are getting married. Honestly, I don't think they need no big wedding because they've had plenty of weddings. I don't really think they need no big one. Only way I could see them doing a big wedding is if this is going to be their final wedding. That's the only way I can see this being a big wedding. I can get on board with this being a big wedding if it's the final one. Let this be the last time I see John and Marlena get married because they've been married a billion times and we don't need to see it another time. Just let this be one and done. But I hope it is gonna be a big wedding though. If like I said, if it's the last time, cool. So that way we can have a big party, we can get the whole cast together. Cause I do love John and Marlena together. Another couple that do need to get married already is Val and Abe. Cause I do love Val and Abe together. And I love just seeing all these couples just happy and stuff, toasting and shit, to new chapters, new beginnings in their life. But I do love Valerie and Abe though. They do make a nice older couple. Sierra and Clear, I don't feel like this relationship, their friendship ain't never gonna work. I know Sierra was telling Clear that they want to be friends when she come back because she going out of town, out of the country to go visit Theo or whatever for a few weeks. I feel like this feud between them ain't never gonna end because it's obvious that Sierra is still, has insecurities. She's jealous of Claire. Like even when she saw Claire and Trip hugging, she was jealous. They're friends. It was like a see you later, thanks for being my friend hug. Hoping that we can get back to a friendly relationship when you come back hug. That's all it was. It wasn't a romantic hug. I actually like Sierra and Trip together, but she needs to get over her jealousy and her insecurities when it comes to Claire. I really don't see them being friends. I see them being frenemies, sometimes friends, more time enemies. That's the way I see it because it's like it's never going to be good between the two of them because Sierra has those insecurities when it comes to Claire. She definitely does. Um, but I thought it was nice of, Trip to want to cook her dinner and stuff like that. I felt like they got a nice little young relationship because you don't really see that type of relationship a lot of times between young people nowadays, especially with, cooking each other dinner and being all romantic. You don't really see stuff like that. So it was cool. But anyway, hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about today's episode, and I will see y'all all later. Peace.